Can a piece of cardboard mass produce the art? Can a simple piece of latex rubber be art? Well, I'm on my way to someplace that's known across the country and some would say even internationally for a house of art.
So who am I? Well, I'm Tim, the balloon sculptor. And since 1990, I have been working with balloons. And I keep pushing myself. Sometimes it's by setting world records. Sometimes it's by winning competitions. And other times it's just striving to create new things on the spot as requested by the people I make balloons for. And one thing that I love is in Pokemon, there's so many different ways of having amazing characters. So I'm on a quest to show balloons as an art form, Pokemon as an art form, and together, how balloon Pokemon can be a lot of fun. Join me on my journey as I meet amazing people, make amazing Pokemon, and put together what I call the ultimate Pokedex with a twist. We're on our way to the Detroit Institute of Art, also known as the DIA. Now this place is gigantic. It has over 65,000 pieces of artwork spanning over 5,000 years of human history. And originally was established in 1888. Its current building was built in 1927. Now, the DIA made history by becoming the first museum in the United States to buy a Van Gogh, and it was one of his self-portraits. This place has everything, and it's quite the collection. But let's look to see what they consider art. What about this? Would you consider this art? Is this art? It's pretty, but is it art? You can feel the history, but is it art? So again, what is art? I heard a comedian or somebody one time says, I don't know what art is, but I know it when I see it. Well, I mean, isn't that what art is? It's something that someone created that gives some kind of emotion that makes you feel something. So, what about Pokemon cards? And what about balloons? Can it be art?
So, if art gives an emotion, for me, what's art? Well, my favorite artist is Van Gogh. Back in 2000, I was walking in a museum in Indianapolis, and I saw a piece of his, similar to this one, that stopped me in my track, and I couldn't stop staring at it. I felt the emotion. For the first time, I just could not look deep enough into the painting. Look deep into the paint strokes. I wanted to know more. It inspired me to make my Van Gogh piece out of balloons. His artwork, well, it touched me. It touched my heart. Which, I guess in the essence, that's what art is. It's something that gets a reaction. And if his style looks familiar, well, it's because of this famous card. Yep, the felt hat Pikachu. One of the most desired Pikachu cards that there is. Inspired by Van Gogh. Given away at the Amsterdam Museum, the home of Van Gogh's artwork, which I got to go to in 2003. An amazing experience. So if art is something that gives an emotional response, why can't a mass-produced piece of cardboard do it? Why can't a balloon do it? In the hands of, well, me, paint is a toy. Nothing more. No one's going to be hanging my artwork in a museum. But the hands of Van Gogh, it's a masterpiece. So let's think about that. If art is simply something that someone created with skill to cause an emotional response, then art can be all around us. And that's what this channel is going to be about, is showing the art of Pokemon, in the art of balloons and combining them to show both communities and really show the world the art that we look past on a regular basis can be true art. So join me in this quest as we put together the ultimate Pokedex with a twist. So let's talk about that.
And if you're going to have a Pokedex, you need a binder. So here we go. It's a bombardier. I think I pronounced that right. Who knows? But it's a nice sturdy one. As you can tell, it's a pretty big binder. Let me open it up here. There we go. And as we open it up, you'll see it is a 4x4, so 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So each page has 16, so 32 across. And yeah, it's got a nice little felt cover. And it's got enough pages there that it will hold 1,408 cards. Well, at least that's what the information said. I didn't actually count that many, but yeah. So, I mean, there's quite a few pages here. And if we're going to do all 1,025, I think this is the binder that we need here. So, well, let's get started. So now that we have the binder for the Pokedex, we need some rules. So we need some guidelines, as they say. Otherwise, this could go anywhere. So I'm going to be the first to tell you, I know very little about card collecting. Pokemon, I know the characters, at least for the first 2 gens, but there's a lot I don't know. So I know this could go off rails real quick. And I'm not saying that the rules and the guidelines we're doing right now will never be touched. Chances are we're going to have to course correct. So here's how we're going to do it right now. First thing is we're going for one of every character. All the Pokemon. We're not going to worry about trainers. We're not going to worry about items or the arenas or anything like that. We're just going to focus on the characters. And the 1,025. And then when Gen 10 comes out, we'll add those. With the binder, should work, right? Should, theory? Okay, we'll see. Now here's the big thing. This is the ultimate Pokedex with a twist. So what is that twist? Well, kind of been hinting at it, but I am the balloon sculptor. And we got to add balloons. So this is what we're going to do. For every 10 cards we get of a certain quality, and we're going to talk about those in a minute, but for every 10 cards we get from trades, from buying, from whatever, we're going to make one out of them out of balloons. And it could be a really elaborate version. It could be a simple version. It could be pretty much any type. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. I hope you're going to enjoy this journey. But here's the other twist. We're not going to use just normal Pokemon cards. We're not even going to just use holograms. We're going to stay away from those for the most part. We're going to be going for EX, Vs, and better. Ultimately, I want to show the art of the Pokemon card. Now, don't get me wrong. The regular cards with the square and the words underneath it, some of them are pretty cool. But I like the characters that really you feel you get to know who they are, or some quirk about them, or their attitude or personality, something that makes you say, I want to learn more about that character. And so we're going to focus on cards that show who they are. Now, I'm going to be honest. Right now, this is the first video. So you might be a big percentage of those who watch this first video within the first little while this comes out. So guess what? No 1,000 subscribers yet. So there's no budget. Except what I can put together or trade for. So we're going to keep this really cheap to begin with. That means no Bubble Mews, no felt hat Pikachus. You know, we're going to be going for the 50-cent and dollar cards. And hopefully even cheaper than that if I can manage it. But the idea is we want to show the art of the cards. So we're going to start off slow. We're going to figure out, we're going to learn together, and we're going to put together the ultimate Pokedex with a twist. So I hope you're going to be with me on this journey. I'm really excited to learn, to meet people, to create things I've never created before. Now, the cool thing is I've been doing balloons since 1990, and I've made a lot of things. But with Pokemon, there's so many different styles. I mean, just look at, even Pikachu to Raichu. There's different ways you would have to go targeting both those characters with a balloon. I mean, in even the low form of characters versus the regular form, there's a lot of variety. And so as we're going, I'm looking forward to creating some new techniques, figuring out some new ways of doing things, and kind of keep pushing that art of the balloon as we enjoy the art of Pokemon. So with saying that, I think we're going to finish this episode off. Get ready for the journey to begin. We're going to hit our first store. I have a local shop here I love, Upkeep Games, and we're going to be hitting them soon and picking out our first 10 cards and get this going. So if you like this, if you watched to this point, please like, subscribe, share, tell others. Please, because we're just getting this journey started. And thank you all for this opportunity. And I'm so excited to be a part of this journey of creating the ultimate Pokedex with a twist. Adios.